Hey! This is my third time trying to record this. I'm still slowly trying to figure out like a nice little catchphrase for when I start these videos. Or end the videos or things like that. Anyway. Anywho. Figure it out. But so this is a layout that's a video that's been a long time coming because I put I shared it on Monday. It was part of New Issue Monday at Paper Issues. And the theme was, I think it was called like Let's Talk About It, and then there was a bunch of different ideas you could go from there. It could be one of the ones that was mentioned was speech bubbles, and I was just like, oh, I'm going with speech bubbles because I've been wanting to use this cut file from the cut file free part of the shop, and it's they're so cute, and of course it's I Love You and I Know, which is from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. When Han Solo's getting frozen in carbonite. And so it's perfect for me and my husband because we're both geeks and we're both big Star Wars fans and stuff like that. So it worked out well. Now I'm just kind of sorting out how I want my papers to lay, and I'm going to fiddle around. And eventually I don't use that black and white, though I kind of wish I had in the end. I do like it there, but as I'm scrolling around trying to move stuff, I don't have like an undo button, so when I move something and I don't remember where it was, then it doesn't get to go back where it was. Anyway, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I move something, it doesn't get to go back where I thought was a good spot for it. But when it comes to a layout like this, I find it easier to lay all my papers down and and have it all the way that I want it, and then I will slowly go around and glue, like using my tape runner. I will make sure that everything is taped down, at least a little bit, so that when it moves, it'll move all together. And then I will tape it down a bit better after that. But if I was just going straight down, like paper from the top to the bottom in a layer, like different layers, I probably wouldn't be bothered doing it this way, but I find it easier to make it as its own piece. All these little pieces as one big thing that I can then just stick the whole thing down together, if that makes sense. I just find that easier than not doing that and then trying to stick everything down separately and everything just starts shifting again and not going where I want it to go. I am gonna, I kind of didn't really have to now that I look at it. I do really like the idea of the speech bubbles not being filled in where the words are, but I do go ahead and fill them in later and then take the little pieces that were left from the L's and the O's and stuff like that, those, the little inner parts, and I glue them back in. But I didn't really have to. It kind of looks cool on its own without it being like that. Anyway, so yes, this video has been a little long time coming. I've been swept up in very late spring cleaning, where I've been enjoying fixing up different parts of my home and reorganizing and all this stuff. So I've been kind of going crazy with that, and it's meant that I've been neglecting all my other stuff, and it was actually making me very sad. So I'm glad to just hop back in and start getting some stuff done. So for this layout, I'm actually combining the idea of like Valentine's Day type stuff, because it's all centered around love, and vacation. The background paper is Maggie Holmes, and I believe it's Gather. I think the other side's like a blue. The paper at the top and the bottom, the kind of, I don't know, Aztec looking print, is an older Valentine's Day from crepe paper, I think. The ice creams are, I think, an older crepe paper 6x6 pad. Then there's some cute girl papers. It's that one that was a bunch of different patchworks of colors. And I just found a bunch of it behind something when I was moving stuff in my craft room. I was like, oh, I still have half a piece of paper of this. So I just cut it up, into different sections to kind of give a little bit of a look. And then some of the other side of that was the wood. So that's why there's some wood grain in there. I think it was the wood. Something else was, the other side of something was that wood grain, and I popped it in there just to have a little bit, because there is, in some of the cutouts and different stuff like that, there is some of that kind of craft looking color. The flamingo and the part that says Hello Sunshine and We Can Get Away, that's a cut apart sheet from the Oasis collection. I don't have all the Oasis collection. I have a few of the papers and the chipboard and some of the other pieces of it. Just because there's crows outside cawing. Sorry. Sorry if that got picked up. Just because it's very tropical inspired, and I don't live anywhere tropical. I live somewhere with like a gazillion beaches, but they aren't tropical beaches. There's no palm trees or anything like that. There's jellyfish. Jellyfish coming out the wazoo, but, no palm trees. Still warm. Whew. I don't think I could live anywhere tropical. I can't even take the heat where I am. Anyway, so I cut apart those and put them in. But I don't mind that, like, I've got something there that says flamingo. I just like the flamingo. He's pink and he's cute. It's kind of like an awkward bird. The tags, some of the tags say Weekend Getaway, though it wasn't necessarily a weekend getaway. That doesn't bother me. That they say something that isn't like 100% accurate. That's not like an issue with me. I'm just kind of playing with, and I tried to do more weekend stuff, but I do take that one out. Because I find not a cut apart, but part of the ephemera pack I decided to use there. I liked these little stickers. I thought they were great for just kind of putting around. Like right now I'm just looking for things that tuck in well because of the way that the layout is, because it's just layers and layers of paper. I don't want to make like a huge embellishment cluster around the main photo so much as I just want things peeking out. Which is kind of something I've done in the past, this exact same type of layout. It's kind of a quick go-to because it's pretty easy and just kind of pop stuff around. I'm using cactuses and tropical plants, even though that, again, has nothing to do with what I'm doing, but I think they're cute. They bring in some of that green. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. I'm not really... you guys, anyone who watches me knows that I'm not really concerned that everything be matchy-matchy or everything makes sense. Everything has to apply to the photo, so every piece of ephemera doesn't have to be accurate to what's going on in the photo, because to me it's all just art in a way. I'm just creating a fun visual piece of work that also has a photo and will tell a story. So that's kind of how I combine those together. So I liked that, though, a few much needed days away. This was so true because this was last year. So my third child, was born in the end of October and we were going away in August. So this was definitely for me a much needed few days away. It was amazing to actually go somewhere and sleep in a big king-size bed and not be woken up to crying or feeding, getting up to like make a bottle or stuff like that. So it was nice. But yeah, this is like it. The layout is done. I cut out a whole big thing where I ran off to go find thickers. But yeah, this is all I did with it. I just combined a few different ideas. So kind of Valentine's Day meets vacation. I can't remember what those thickers are from. If they're from a Maggie Holmes or a Dear Leslie or something like that. But I love them. I think they're really fun. So my title is Nerdcation because while we were away, we were doing kind of nerdy stuff. Like going Pokemon hunting and just being weird. So anyway, this is really quick. really quick voiceover, but that's pretty much it. It's a great, simple, fun little thing. You can get those cut files in the paper issues shop under free files. And my last little thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Heidi Swap Color Shine in the black, which I've been hesitant to use, but I've started using it again just in small doses, so it's been drying. So that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. And the pictures are coming up, so have an awesome day. And yeah, bye.